I'm Chance. I've been selling these luxury vacation cabins in Broken Bow and Hochatown exclusively for 5 or more years now. I have a ton of insights and information that I'll share with you here. It's really no surprise that this world of luxury and vacation cabins has blossomed into one of the most sought after and most visited vacation destinations in the South. We find that most owners of these cabins and most guests alike are coming from the nearby metroplexes of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Lots of really, really cool stuff is happening here. We're going to do our best to keep you informed with what's going on, such as now Choctaw's newest flagship casino and resort is in full swing. Future developments and additions to the resort are planned. More on that soon. New markets, shops, activities, and restaurants are popping up left and right. Local services and infrastructure are maturing. Roads are being improved and expanded. You name it. This is really such a cool place to be, a cool place to visit, a cool place to live, a cool place to invest. From hiking, fishing, boating, ATV and trail riding, horseback riding, scenic views, breweries, zip lining, the list goes on. With so many cabins up here now and interest rates having doubled over the past few years leading to 2025, word around the campfire is some people are slightly concerned if the market's going to crash. Spoiler alert, I really don't think the market's going to crash, not anytime soon. We may see prices and values come down just a little bit as the market continues to stabilize and grow into itself. I'll break it down for you here online, even offline in a private phone call or consultation. Reach out to me direct. Info will be in bios. And we will ultimately help you be able to determine if buying a cabin here makes sense for you personally or not. After I share with you some quick stats and data points to catch you up, I'll go ahead and make a quick prediction for how I see the market here shaping up through the end of the year 2025 into 2026. 10 quick facts about the Broken Bow Hochatown luxury cabin market. 1, to give you some perspective, back in 2020 to 2021, there were between 1,000 and 2,000 cabins in the area. At the time, many of them were nearly fully occupied, completely year-round. With lower interest rates at that time, the returns investors were experiencing were nearly unprecedented, fueling intense and rapid development. Now, fast forward to 2025, there are nearly 5,000 cabins in the market that make up what we call Broken Bow Hochatown, a luxury cabin market, almost 5,000 cabins. 2, according to visitbrokenbow.com, more than 2 million visitors come each year to experience everything Broken Bow and Hochatown have to offer. 3, as of mid-2025, the average vacation cabin in Broken Bow took 108 days to sell. 4, in 2022, cabins were selling for average of $551 per square foot. Now that number has dropped to $325 per foot. So $551 per square foot, 2022 to $325 per square foot currently in 2025. Keep in mind, the smaller the cabin, the higher the price per square foot tends to be. So don't expect to find necessarily a top tier 1-bedroom cabin in this $325 a foot range. You're probably paying $400 or $500 a square foot currently for a smaller cabin because you have less economies of scale with a smaller property as compared to a 2-story, let's say. 5, in February 2022, the average price of a cabin sold was just over $1 million. Now that number is down to $685,000. This may suggest that prices and values have decreased, but it could also indicate that more buyers are simply purchasing cabins at the lower price points of the smaller varieties. 6, from the end of the year 2024, we saw just over 31 months of inventory in the Broken Bow Hochatown cabin market. Months supply is essentially a metric of supply and demand both. 31 months inventory is a clear sign of oversupply, but by June 2025, this year, the inventory has dropped to 24.8 months of inventory. To give you some perspective, 6 months would be an a more neutral market, 6 months of inventory. Currently, we're at 24.8 months inventory. Ultimately, in the past 6 months or so, that's a 20% reduction in months inventory, or 20% absorption. If we're going to talk more industry terms, ultimately, that's a really good sign, a good indicator for future stability in the market here. 7, all-time peak high cabin inventory, being over 400 cabins on the market for sale at this time. That means roughly 1 in 10 cabins here is on the market for sale. Let's be real, probably not every seller is a highly motivated seller or genuinely really ready to sell. Perhaps they were kind of talked into listing the property if they could get such a high price. That's a segment of the market. I wouldn't categorize or generalize and say that's everyone. There's certainly some motivated sellers out there willing to give some good deals on a property right now. So reach out to me. I have my eyes and hands on a handful of properties that I think would be super sweet buys, whether it's great views, great locations, great rental income, all of that we keep a pulse on. So give us a shout. Our information will be in the bios. Look forward to connecting with you soon. 8, as of June 2025, despite the high number of cabins on the market and their extended time listed, the average Broken Bow vacation cabin is still selling for 98.8% of the original asking price. So that right there is a clear indicator that regardless of the seemingly overwhelming supply, ultimately the prime properties, great locations, great rental incomes, they're really not negotiating very much. So strong confidence in the market here is ultimately what we feel. Folks are still up here. I probably meet with at least one, probably two different buyer groups or couples each individual week, showing them around, really kind of diving into what they're looking for, determining if purchasing up here really makes sense for them or not. Glad to do the same for you. Number 9, at least one cabin sells here every day on average, regardless of the Chicken Littles, the Nancys and the Karens on the Facebook groups. Sorry, Nancy. Sorry, Karen. Love you. Regardless of what folks are saying, there's still super strong investor sentiment in the market here. This market really doesn't appear to be going anywhere anytime soon. Number 10, in 2024, Broken Bow was ranked among the most profitable vacation rentals in the U.S., with many luxury cabins generating over $100,000 in annual short-term rental income. So I can absolutely verify that's a fact. I wouldn't dare overgeneralize and just say, hey, any given cabin is going to be profitable, especially if you're financing. Let's be real, if you're financing the majority of the property, it's your best hope to really, so to speak, break even, meaning have the revenue cover your mortgage and expenses such as maintenance, utilities, property management, etc. So we can kind of dive into that further in a future series on videos, and again have an individual consultation with you if you have interest in determining if it makes sense to purchase here or not. With all of that said, let's ask ourselves, does this market really seem like it's going to crash? I really doubt it. Buyers are still buying, building is slowing, the market is stabilizing, amenities and infrastructure maturing. If you're even just considering purchasing a Broken Bow cabin up here, give me a call, give me a text. Our information will be in the bios. We specialize in these Broken Bow luxury vacation cabins. I'm here full time, ready to go to work for you. If you're considering selling even, and you'd like an honest, ethical agent prepared to help you navigate the market here, give me a call as well. Would love to help. I'm Chance, local Broken Bow Hochatown realtor, guiding you and helping you make the best purchasing and selling decisions possible. Thanks for your time. See you around.